You know that feeling, right? You watch a powerful motivational speech, you get that jolt of energy, and you feel like you can conquer the world. But what happens when that feeling fades? How do you actually turn that fire into a real plan? Well, that's what we're going to do here. We're going to break down all that raw energy into a clear, actionable framework you can use to start building the future you want, like right now. Everything, and I mean everything, we're about to cover comes back to this one single idea. It's not about luck, it's not about your circumstances, it's about what you are willing to invest in yourself. This is the foundation. So the only real question is, where do we even begin?
The battle always starts right here, inside your own head. So this first part of the framework, it's all about mastering your internal world. Because let's be real, before you can change a single thing out there, you have to change what's going on in here.
Now, when we talk about mindset, we're not just talking about some fluffy, positive thinking. No. Think of it more like your personal engine. It's this powerful combination of forces: the discipline to actually do the work, the strength to push through when it gets tough, the confidence to believe you can, and the ambition to aim higher. That's the engine that drives everything else.
So how do you build this engine? Well, it starts with a conscious decision, a mental reboot. And luckily, there's a simple but incredibly powerful command you can use anytime you feel yourself slipping. It's just like rebooting your computer. Control-Alt-Delete.
First, you hit Control. This is the moment you stop and recognize that you are in charge. Life isn't just happening to you. You have the power to control your focus, your reactions, your choices. It all starts with you deciding to grab the steering wheel.
Next up, Alter. This is where you actively shift your perspective. You have to consciously look at that obstacle and find the opportunity in it. You turn a challenge into just a training session for what's coming next. You alter the narrative.
And finally, and man, this one is huge, you hit Delete. This part is completely non-negotiable. Every single time a negative thought pops into your head, I can't do this, this is way too hard, you just shut it down, instantly. Don't debate it, don't analyze it, just delete it. Gone.
Okay, so now that we've got a tool to control our mindset, we can finally confront a fundamental truth about the road ahead. And honestly, this truth changes absolutely everything.
Let's just be crystal clear about this. There is no easy path. There just isn't. Every single choice you make, and yeah, that includes the choice to do nothing at all, comes with its own kind of pain. So the question is never if you'll face hardship. It's which hardship are you going to choose? You really only have two choices. On one side, you've got the pain of discipline. You know, the burn from the workout, the struggle of learning that new skill. Yeah, it hurts now, but it leads to a reward. And that pain, it has an expiration date. On the other side, you have the pain of regret. And that's a whole different animal. It's that slow, nagging pain of knowing you didn't try. And trust me, that one can last a life.
I mean, think about it. Everything is hard. It's hard to stay where you are, and it's hard to be a workhorse. It's hard to be lazy, and it's hard to learn a new skill. So, since you're going to have to face hard no matter what, you might as well pick the hard that moves you forward, right? You have to consciously choose your hard.
This brings us right to the third part of our framework, really understanding the tangible cost of what you want. Because if you want an extraordinary life, you have to be willing to pay an extraordinary price. Simple as that.
I absolutely love this quote because it totally reframes the idea of sacrifice. See, it's not a loss, it's a payment. It's an investment that you are making today for a massive payoff tomorrow. You are literally buying the future you want, and the currency is your choices, right now. So what's on the price tag? Well, first, it costs your time. You trade mindless scrolling for focused work. Second, it costs your comfort. You have to trade the safety of what you know for the scary uncertainty of growth. Third, it costs your past self. You have to be willing to let go of who you were to become who you're meant to be. Fourth, it costs you your fear and your ego. You have to stop planning forever and just start doing. And finally, it costs your vices, those little habits that feel good right now but are secretly stealing your future.
But even with the right mindset, and even if you're willing to pay the price, there is one thing that can absolutely derail all of your hard work. We have to talk about the ultimate enemy of progress, the comparison game.
You know, comparing yourself to other people is probably the most common excuse we use to avoid doing our own work. And what is an excuse, really? It's just a warm, cozy blanket we pull over ourselves to hide from the real issue, which 9 times out of 10 is fear. Fear you'll fail, fear you're not good enough. Comparison is just a distraction from your own journey.
So, it's time to stop looking sideways. The only person you are competing against is the person you were yesterday. The only question that matters is, can you be just 1% better than that person today? That is the only race you need to win.
Okay, so you've got the mindset. You've chosen your hard. You're paying the price, and you are focused on your own lane. What's left? The work itself. It's time to get better every single day. You see, there is a massive difference between just showing up to work and being actively engaged in getting better. Anybody can just punch a clock, but winners, they are obsessed with refining their craft. They aren't just doing the work, they are constantly working on their work. And this isn't some random thing, it's a system, a cycle. First, you study what you do. You analyze it like you're your own performance coach. Second, you critique it, and you've got to be brutally honest. Where are the weak spots? How can this be better? And third, you reflect. You step back, you look at the bigger picture. This cycle, study, critique, reflect. That is the engine of mastery. This quote just says it all, doesn't it? It's the perfect summary of why that improvement cycle is so critical. If you don't have a conscious process to study, critique, and reflect, you're just running in place. You're just doing the same things over and over. Real growth comes from intentional improvement, not just from repetition.
So that's the framework. Master your mindset, choose your hard, pay the price, kill the comparison game, and constantly work on your work. The entire plan is laid out right in front of you. The only variable left is you. So I'll just leave you with this one question to think about. If you can't get up and get after it, how do you ever expect to win?